Hey there, Max here, and we are back with some more Cultist Simulator. Last time we left off, we finished off the lands beyond the forest. Yay, I did some setting changes, so now we have more text that'll actually show up in the right spots. And we got quite a bit more lores, we got quite a bit more books, we got quite a bit more mystique, so we're gonna have to let that drain off for a little bit before we start hitting the books. Or, well, hitting the new lands. We do want to finish off this Tomb of the Shadowless King area, so that'll finish off everything that we had for the Rending Mountains, and then we'll go to the next level. The Lone and Level Sands. It's a scary thought, isn't it, going through the desert where it's just trying to find cultist materials and probably nobody else for miles, I would imagine. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's go ahead, I think, to start reading some tomes, shall we? Let's see, let's start here. The Concursum Diaries. These are map legends. There are maps of legends, and there are legends of maps. Aspects of the Mansus subsist in all of these, in much the same way that you find water in a swamp, and in a cup, and in the sky. Sure, why not? Do some passion work, so we can go ahead and start getting some money back again. Rearrange that because it's kind of annoying. Everything's fine. I'm sure we were not about to die in horrible ways. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly move everything down more. Sure, why not? Alrighty, next. I just want to get a few more rounds of coinage before I go back to working with the patrons. Everything's solid here? Yep, everything's always solid over there. Good, good. Let's see. Did I hallucinate for a moment, or did I see the white door glow up on the over there? I think I hallucinated. Westergren describes a series of expeditions into the Mansus. He focuses on the details of the experience, the colors, the vistas, the textures, rather than the practicalities. He does warn that the Mansus changes each year, although he assures the reader that the doors have been the same. Doors may close, but they never disappear, at least not while there have been mortals in the Mansus. We're like mice. Ooh, we got another lantern lore. I think we're... Alright, we might actually be the point where we might be able to max out our lores. So let's go ahead and do that, I think. Well, not quite yet. We got a bunch of books to still read, so let's keep focusing on those. The Catalogue of Uncharted Pleasures. The Dark Gentleman is the only, and rather grandiosely, identified author of this often copied work. Some pleasures, the formulae voluptuous attest, are so intense they can corrupt the laws of the physical world. This text catalogues some of those instances. Speaking of pleasures, I was given a suggestion that maybe looking for a ritual that uses a bit of forge and a little bit of grail might be of interest to me and my health at some point. Not sure when I'll actually hit that, because I rarely use rituals, but maybe one day when I figure out a good use for these things, beyond just making things to summon, well, maybe I'll come up with something. I mean, we do got a lot of lore of everything, so we should definitely be able to make it happen. Maybe want to fast forward things. And the mystique is almost gone. I forget if it actually absorbs it and it eats it, or just makes it all disappear. Do you think I should go after all the detectives and hunters and see if I can get them all before we hit the end, too? Whoa, that got thrown out there very far, didn't it? Alrighty. Catalogue of Uncharted Pleasures. Birth occurs at the conjunction of pleasure and torment. Okay, so the first forbidden acts of the forge birthed sparks of delight which took root in the glory or in nowhere. Who can say? So the seeds of the flower maker were planted, though for long years he was nothing but an unfulfilled ache. Of course that would be a Grail one. Point. Okay. Point, point. Next, The Burning Woman. A transcription of the play by Menander the Victor, possibly the dramatist of that name, into Frisian, with commentaries. The play describes a pilgrimage of smiths and adepts following the trail of the burning woman. You would think that would not be very difficult to find. Who has appeared in all their dreams and given each a wound and a word. A wound and a word? That didn't sound very healthy to follow. Hard to believe that I once played a game that was several hours long and I accidentally threw a passion in there and just ended it. Not good times. Alright, once that's wrapped up, we'll go ahead and throw somebody in here. And get things wrapped up over in that land. It'll probably just give us a few bitter black salts or something, I'll wager. Well, we got some massive stuff here. The smiths and adepts give up on finding the burning woman and resolve to build their own kingdom, where our strength will be sufficient to shatter the world. Great, they want to shatter the world. That's not good. But I will take that lore. Thank you very much. Amazing how this all starts. It's just a few verbs, a little package, and just immediately gets out of control. Let's look at all that, man. Just look at it. So many lores. So many books. I'm pretty sure that no two setups are the same. Everybody's got their own personal little setup. Let's see. The dream of the conspiracy of the lower skies. The disgraced oracle Daemon Azenaten sifts through the tall tales of Penelope of Gordion, the work of the court poet Cal, and the forbidden fragments of the work of the adept Aratres. These are lots of names, identifying common themes. Damion insists that the hours, far more than mortals, are subject to their passions, to hatred and even to love. The seasons of famine and plenty, the turn of the earth, the transformations of the furnace, all these are only the results of the enactments of the lesser passions of the hours. And to think that we're trying to become one of them. Well, no, we're trying to become a Long, aren't we? Because the Long are the immortal folks. And then beneath them is the No, if I recall. And I wonder what's beneath the No. Alrighty. I think we are now... Uh-oh. In trouble! Oh, wait, we can use... I think? Yeah, that'll make that... No, it's just out of tune, out of sync. Damien suggests that the hours have constrained their rivalry to avoid a war within the House of the Sun. He identifies the fear of the crime of the sky, I wonder if that's the splitting of the sun god, as the reason that hours do not satisfy other passions. He speculates on the horrifying possibility of hours turned alakite. What then would they devour? What does alakite mean? And we have more fascination. Okay, we need to hold up on our books, apparently, because, oh my goodness, we have so much frickin' fascination. These are some dangerous books. Yeah, we are going to want to hold off on that fascination a hot minute. I don't think I've ever died the fascination before, actually, so, we're going to have to dial it back a smidge. What do y'all think? Okay, there we go. Yes, I know. Don't worry, we'll be fine. I hope. Hope we'll be fine. Okay, how do we deal with this? Well, we're gonna get... Well, that's gonna deal with one of those. That's good. How do we deal with another, though? Just throw a... You wanna throw a passion in here and see what happens? Oh, no, that'll work too. Alright, I'll let that burn out, because I don't want to accidentally summon another one right off the bat. Alrighty. Let's take a look at some of these rituals, shall we? Let's see. Rite of the Rebel Striving. We have to offer a tool. I am not getting rid of a tool. Are you kidding me? I may be a tool, but I'm not going to give up tools. Wait, that came out wrong. Vacation. Let's see. Some forge. And as an assistant in Grail, perhaps? Ooh, Forge's Redemption, Major. The Forge of the Days destroys and renews. I will invoke it with the Grail to renew my failing flesh with forbidden magics. You are calling on a major degree of Forge, so the rite will probably succeed. Increase Forge to at least 15 to improve your chances. Ooh. Okay. You have my attention, sirs. What do I want to use for the offering? I would have to use an influence. I don't see a lot of influences of that. But I do have a lot of pigments. That would be only 4. That'd be an 8. We could try the Xanthotic Essence. Okay. Do we have a right that'll let me use that? A sacrifice? No. Victim? No. Instrument. Well, actually, wait a minute. Nah, I don't think that'll give me all what I need for that. Rite of the Seas Feasting? Invocation. Instrument and an offering. Oh, the offering is an ingredient. That could work. So, invocation, forge. Or wait, can we make this go up another level? We probably could. That way we can use some of the cheaper stuff. But we would need a prisoner. I think we can make a prisoner happen. Anyways, let's get a reading books. The Larcubine Codex. Ooh. Okay. Christer Larcubus claimed to have purchased 2 handwritten copies of the Codex from a family of witches on the shores of the Sea of Marmara. A third was given to the sea. The sister and witch came from the west, where they were born in 2 wombs. One a princess, one a monster. Nevertheless, they loved each other from birth and met in secret to seek union. Interesting. I wonder if wonder which one is which. Aha! I'll take you, if you don't mind. I'm sure you will. You may not mind for now, but you'll mind later, I am certain. Yeah, a little bit of cash doesn't hurt. And then I guess we'll do a few more of the jobs. Oh, really? Another one? Jesus. And a waking chant. Lovely. When the great drought came, the kings of that land tried to sacrifice the princess and the witch. So they sailed across the sea. When despair took them, they flung themselves into the drowning waters, and so found the Painted River. Ah, so the Painted River is kind of their realm? Where they entered the Mansus through the offices of the Red Grail. Nevertheless, the Codex ends with the condemnation of the Grail. Wait, a condemnation of the Grail? Or is it the people who are writing that book are condemning the Grail? Interesting. Hey, how's it going? Do me a favor and just sit there for a moment. We have some time to have to worry about. Alright, so we got you there. And then we need some irritation. And then we'll just kind of let that expire out for a bit, and then we'll do things. Hopefully we don't have another one of these ambition seasons. I guess technically we can go ahead and start this, can't we? Let's go ahead with the classic Edge and Forge. Let's see, we must perpetrate the mountains, pass the guardians, and brave the curse of the shadowless kings left behind. Perhaps then we will find treasure. We can only hope. And then I'll hold off a bit on some money for a bit, I hope. If I can remind myself to. Alrighty. Oh, and I guess because it did that in that manner, it didn't make a second one generate. Great. We'll make a prisoner out of you. Then we will start up the process of upgrading that lantern lore. Or forge lore, I should say. Alright, we got that. Let's go ahead and have Dorothy do her thing, hopefully. Man, I am so upset that giving somebody a gift does not increase it by the value of the gift itself. I mean, it kind of does, but there's a certain amount of that. Wait, the Watchman's Glass is not a unique item? Okay, that's interesting. Wonder if I'll ever get another one, then. If I get another one, I can gift it to someone. I don't think Slee is going to be my best friend anymore. Oh, wait, I should probably get ready for this stuff. Probably be fine. Oh boy, I almost really messed that up. I almost really messed things up here. Give it the erudition. Nice. I almost really messed things up. I completely forgot I was doing this. Maybe in the future I should make like a circle in the middle of the good stuff. Alrighty, you need a lantern or knock for the door. Oh, we have a lot involved, don't we? For this, we need heart or grail. Oh boy, we need a lot of stuff. Let's bring, since this is the permanent damage for me, let's bring the grail in. Actually, I think grail works as well against the watchers to seduce them, so we can work with that too, I think. Great job. Oh, dear God, really? We literally just had 2 of you in a row. Now we have a 3rd? This thing hates me. I literally just got you. Good golly, Miss Molly. No biscuit. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I'm chill, I'm chill. Our lures could sway the watchers. Well, we certainly will try. Come closer, dear ones. We have something special for you. Well, at least we're powerful. Dare we? No! We've lost enough health. We're not touching that with our health. Good lordy. You think you're in the clear, and then the random chance wants to beat you in the butt. Supplies are low. Got it. Yep, we're gonna have to try that again. Oh well. Let's read another book. As the sun his course, Joel of the Bridge, a retired soldier and sometime tollkeeper, wrote this epic poem about Alexander's famously inexplicable decision at issues to withdraw from the war with Massamenides and a subsequent return to Macedonia. Oh, that Alexander. Okay. Alexander meets at Issus with Darius, king of kings. That's, is that Persia? The Persian king? On the first day, the 2 men trade threats. On the second, promises. On the third, secrets. Darius tells Alexander something so shattered that he retires to his tent to consider matters of strength and matters of mastery. Okay, well, that's gotta be something unsettling, if it can shake the will of Alexander the Great. Alright, we need lantern. Well, we got the best lanterner there is. Oh, and that's... Slee, if you would do the honors, go ahead, kick that objective's job done. Baselines in the store. Surface yields to pressure. We found it. The hidden door moves. Nice. Okay. At dawn on the 4th day, Alexander announces, "The sun has his course, upon which he returns, and so do I." He returns to Macedonia, executing 2 of his captains when they dispute his decision. He brings with him the names of a blind god and a rite of a sacred betrayal. For Joel opines, without betrayal, there would be an end to war. Oh. Go figure! Go figure it would be a Hammersmith one. Or is that the Lionsmith? The Book of Dissolution. Alexander Probst, following the foundational work of Hosti Moore, recovered a copy of this work from a mountain temple in Persia. Other copies surface now and then, usually seared on rock. The book consists mostly of prayers to the unburnt god, the Forge of Days, which consumes and transforms. It suggests the Forge's power arises partly from its nature, and partly from its tools. Well, I mean, if it's about a lot of Forge, tools are kind of an important thing. Still, I'm upset that my prisoner was taking me after I got that. Alright, supplies are low. Let's go ahead and get that going again then, shall we? Alright, so far so good. Now then, what's the next move? I guess we'll want to go ahead and work on these while we're trying to do alright. We might save a little while before we present them, but yeah. The Book of Dissolution. The book describes an earlier House of the Sun, whose doors and ways were different. It praises the Forge of Days for opening the ways into the house, and for transforming that which was to that which is, despite the screams of the stone. I do wonder why they can give these particular maybe it's technically for the people who are trying to build tall, as it were. Just go rush everything upwards or something, perhaps. Maybe. And because all these, I pretty much got through some very early books and such. The order that people get stuff, it kind of throws me sometimes. Alright, we call upon the Red Grail. Red Grail, you better fight that curse. I am not getting cursed by more stuff. A second glory. Wait, as in a second of the glory? Oh boy. The priest Jusek celebrates the extirpation of the gods who were stone, those hours who preceded humanity. Oh, Stone Age hours, interesting. Jusa engages in an apologia for the destruction of the hours. They were old, they were cowardly, they were vile, their time had passed, and it was the shining destiny of humankind to seize the house through the glorious battle. Well, this is going to be some edge, isn't it? Cut myself on that edge. Aha! We beat back the curse. And of course we get this as soon as that wants to pop up. What is it with my timing on things, man? What is... My good lord. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and do these things. Oh, it wants passion. Right. Gotcha. I forgot. Reason, passion, start. Good. Clear those up, and then we get back to work. And there we go. That should get us some extra treasures that we probably got. Who knows? Okay, good. We're just in time. Good, thank goodness gracious. Oh, we got 3 things out of this one. Jusei recounts how the hour called Seven Coils, boy, that was slain in battle by the Colonel. How the Grail devoured the hour called Tide, and how the egg unhatching fled like a coward. Like a fledgling, perhaps? I just hands that much. Egg unhatching sounds familiar to the Book of Hours. He's quite oh my goodness! There are so many words on here that I didn't hear. He's quite vituperative, and around the egg unhatching, he warns darkly against its return. Oh dear, is that a new one? No, it's not a new one, but still. We got some dread. Nice. Alright, got some more winter. Cool. And should we use the dread while we got it? What uses dread? Something uses dread. Knock uses dread. Why not? And then you also use erudition, so let's go ahead and do that. We could technically change our location and such like that. Alright, we know what's coming up, so let's go ahead and have Dorothy do her thing, just so that way we can get that notoriety gone as soon as possible. One manuscript down. Boom. And reason. Boom, boom. Alright, what do we got? Fennec Venom. Ooh, what's this? Lethal poison. Under no circumstances should you put this in anyone you want to keep. The Shadowless Kings were buried only with their most personal treasures. They expected no luxury in the afterlife. Here is a tiny cache of the things this king valued. So we got some poison, which I find it interesting as a knock one, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. More Xanthonic Essence. Ooh, nice. That makes me a little less hesitant to use that. Some Lepidtic Grains. And that's it. Okay, nice. Alright, now we can get ready to go into the sands. Alrighty then. Also, let's go ahead and use our items here so that way we can start trying to get a few more specialty things. Please get it. If it's just in time, we'll be fine. If not, oh boy. What was the alternative? Having a HQ with a pit, apparently? Alrighty. Here we go. And take the lure. We'll go ahead and just throw one of these in, the nice and cheap one, and get going. There we go. And we have a vitality, so we don't have to spend a coin on this one. Alright, anything good? I mean, the lantern is very tempting, I'm not gonna lie. But let's go. Museum of Words. Woo! Nice. That's a good one. That's a good pull. That less so. Nope, wrong way. Wrong order. There we go. That was worth the item. Nope, 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 nope. We have to get rid of this first. Solution is erudition. Oh, please don't be a minute long. Okay, yeah. Please don't be a minute long. Maybe I should put this on top of that. Because this stuff sticks around, and this is the stuff that I want to watch out for. It's gonna be gone. Unless... Wait a minute. Oh, wait, that's gonna go down too... Darn it, I could have held onto it for another way, couldn't I? I completely forgot I could have done that and made it last longer. Dang it. That's my bad. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. I was about to say. And last one. Alright, that'll be done. I do not have a lot of luck with some of these things, do I? Unfortunately, we don't have any dread. Dang it. Alright. Into the Mansus we go with the watch class. There we go. Good job, good job. Now we're ready to go to Misana. A quietly prosperous village rests in the crook of the river. A surprising splash of green against the dusty land behind. The longevity of the villagers surpasses the natural. What are they hiding? Well, let's find out, shall we? If they're hiding something, then I want to take them off, because they're good at snuffing that out. And if there's people, then there might be a fight, so let's bring Edge. Messana, where the villagers routinely remain hale and vigorous past their 100th year. They will resist attempts to pry into their secrets, and they may have curses at their disposal, if we can penetrate the desert to reach them. This is going to be a long trip, folks. Alright, let's go back to the books. I wonder if we can use tools. I haven't really tried checking to see if tools come up on the light. Alrighty, that's all done there. And should we hold... Yeah, let's go ahead and start giving it off to him. We don't have any notoriety right now, but I know it'll generate mystique, but I think we'll be fine. I hope we'll be fine. Alright, what do we got here? We need Grail. Okay, Grail will work for two things. Oh, wow! Grail is going to kick the butts today. Silver Sensoria, nice. Let's take the sure thing. Sure, there we go. That's fine. I will take the sure thing any day. Have my reason. There you go. More erudition. Australia. And look to the books. The Vezant inscriptions. Everett Vezant transcribed these from a cliff in Anatolia, where he famously survived a lightning strike. That doesn't feel good. He died 7 years later to the day. His bones, the legend has it, were hot to the touch. Jesus! Long ago, the Sisterhood of the Knot recounted, the Forged loved the hour called the sun and splendor. The Red Grail long anticipated their union, and the Grail priestesses prophesied it. Oh, wow. Huh. They must have been very upset when the Sun and Splendor split. I wonder how they split. Alright. That'll be enough of that for a bit. You know something? I just realized, technically, if you want to preserve the erudition a little longer, instead of just having them out like this, you could steady them together, turn them into a lesson, and then they'll last longer, wouldn't they? I mean, it'll still drop to 1, but it still lasts longer than none. Wait, what's going on here? We call upon the sister and the witch to shield us from the scorching heat. Whoop! Let's go ahead and get that other person there. That was way too close. We didn't want to do that with just a single person there. Ooh, that was going to get scary. That was going to get bad for a moment. I literally stopped at a 0.1 second. Holy cow. Ahem. The remainder of the text consists of gloating remarks by the Grail priestesses of the shaping that will come, interpolated with warnings and laments from those of the sisterhood who serve the Ring-Yu, and especially the Horned Axe. Nevertheless, an invocation to the Forge is included as part of an attempt to urge it onward. Lower level lore, but still not bad. Good to have. Next. The Book of Thrones. George R.R. Mountain? A Legend of the Shadowless Empire. Hey, we just been somewhere there. Transcribed by Alexander Peterhans. From Annuals at a Secret Shrine in Anatolia. In the first and greatest history, a subject of the Shadowless Empire, Persia, travels to the west, to the kingdom of the Persians. There he becomes a protege of the tutelary Perseid deity, the Scarred Man who lives in the dark. He returns after 7 years to put his skills at the service of the Shadowless Empire, becoming their Golden General. The Golden General, huh? I could have sworn we've heard that title before. Consuming funds? Sure, have some more funds. We're gonna need it. Hopefully, like, Grail will do the whole trick for us. If that does the whole job for us, those 2 Grail members, that would be awesome. And we just have to beat back the curse. Come closer, dear ones. Yep, that'll deal with those. Yeah, might as well refresh them while I have them. Oh, speaking of refreshing, I should probably rebuild my glasses. My glasses. My glasses. My glasses. Oh my goodness, such a long route. Let's move this over just a smidgen, I guess. Oh, the Book of Thrones. After many years of peace, the heirs of the Perseids move against the King of the Kings and the Shadowless Empire. The Golden General will not take arms against the blood of his mentor until the King of Kings whispers a great secret of betrayal in his ear. Is the Golden General Alexander the Great? A great secret of betrayal in his ear. He breaks his sword, forswears the oath to both the Empire and the scarred man, and enters the temple behind the world, leaving his life behind. Huh. It's like the other perspective of that tale where the guard wrote about the Bridge of the Guard guy. That soldier guy. You know what I'm talking about. Huh. Interesting. That was legit interesting. I don't think it actually was Alexander the Great that was considered the Golden General, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Oops. The Book of Masks. Athena Vana work on the rogue hour called the Vagabond, who is also known as a Laughing Thrush. Oh, keep that one in mind. The Centipede, the Pilgrim, and by many... The Centipede is the Vagabond? Woo! That's a good thing to learn. Or as Vanna has it, masks. The mask of the Laughing Thrush, says Athena Vana, had a great friendship with the sun and splendor. Highmost hour of the mask. I need to get pen and paper at some point and do something about all this, because for crying out loud, there are so many connections, so many relationships, so many things I just... I love it. The mask, let's see. Friendship with the sun and splendor. The highmost hour of the Mansus, now divided and departed. The mask of the sight thief, painted at the river in the Mansus. The mask of the vagabond was forbidden the Mansus, not for what she had done, but for what would occur. As people can start seeing things in the future, they can see a lot of things that could end up coming. Of course, if you deny people that, just makes them urge to do it more, in my opinion. In fact, who knows? Maybe the fact of you denying them is what brought on the future. What else we got? Why not? Toss a coin to the Witcher. Alright, we got our stuff over here. Why not? We'll go ahead and actually do the work too. Since it doesn't generate any of the mysticism until it is actually given to the folks for some reason. It's like someone's spying on us or something. Oopsie. Dang it. I need to have something that locks that in place somehow. Alright, and then we just have the curse. I hate these curses. The curses suck. Okay, the Mask of the Centipede, or the Vagabond, recalled her birthplace, Maya. Ooh, wait a minute. Which had punished her for creeping into the temple precinct. This mask cursed Maya to drink only dust and to be remembered only by the wind. For not beneath any mask does she forgive, and the centipede's hunger is not to be forgotten. Okay, well. Why am I not surprised all of a sudden? There was a city here. We can pick over its remains like Jack... Oh! Okay, that explains a bit more. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Let's go ahead and fix these things up. Your turn. Did I not get one from you? I thought I got one from you, too. Oh, that's right. That's the one I was working on. Duh! It is not easy to play this game with a semi-short-term memory. Let's go ahead, eat up my reason. And they did it. Job's done, pack it up, folks. Alrighty then, what do we want to do next? I guess while we have the moment, we can use some erudition to level up this one over here. Oh, that would be fine. Go ahead and fix that up if you will, please. Thank you very much. Alright, mirror's fixed. Let's fix the other mirror now. What we got? A long feast. Items of note are displayed on the walls. They might be trophies from unwise travelers, or they might have been possessions of the Long. There is no indication whether the Long was a willing victim, an ancestor, or a prisoner, and we'll learn nothing from the villagers now. A Greek inscription on the altar reads, "For the Flood!" Oh no, that can't be good. Let's see, Micah, the Songs of the Carapace Cross, Mantic. Ooh, what's this? Kingskin Badran, a level 12 tool of heart. I like it, I like it. The Sevenfold Slaying of the Seven Coiled. An account of whose destructions of primeval hour, a god who was stone. That is Fuchin, right? Yep, that is. Okay. And that was it. 2 books. Guess we'll translate those when we're done here. Why not? We can go on another trip. Let's see now. Temple of Seven Coils. A crumbling temple in a shadowed defile. It was built, it seems, in the Third History, the one where much later the worms overran Europe, but exists in all the histories now. Well, let's do our thing with our friends here. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine. I am fine. I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. Actually, no. Wait. Oh, I was about to say. Why not? We can go. Grail did as well so far. The site will tolerate no life, says the journal of Zane Mark Gentis. So we will find no serpents there, but the place sounds cursed, and Gentis recorded a door that his expedition could not open. Okay, maybe we don't need edge then. We might want some heart. Might be crazy to send Dorothy in there, but let's see what happens. Let's keep an eye on it. Alright, we got the Erudition. Go ahead and start leveling those 2 up. And they'll... Climbing the lantern oh, frick. Fine, it is what it is. Fishing Groom assumes funds, but what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, Slee, you are going to be very helpful here. You are going to be very helpful. Well, you'll be helpful against that thing, but... Okay, we need more Forge. Because, I mean, that needs either Lantern or Moth. Let's see. That needs Forge, and that needs Forge. So 2 things are going to need Forge, so we might as well put 1 Forge person in there, right? Although, that's the scary thing. Oh, wait! If it comes up saying that it wants that, I just send Slee in. That's fine. That works. Everything's going to plan. I think, I hope. Take your Spintria and go. I don't know why anyone would bother killing off the wary detective. I mean, for crying out loud, he's literally the easiest hunter to deal with. It's like you kill him, you're bringing on your own problems. Oh, come on, there we go. There we go. Good job. Okay. I wonder if we'll get another one of these things. That'd be nice to have, so I can set one aside for permanence. Ah, my nose. My nose is itchy at the tip. Oh, no, we got evidence on us. That's bad. Alright, let's get back to work. Okay. Well, that's 1 round done. Ooh, I think we might have actually barely beat a challenge that we probably should have gotten hurt by him. Verified mind, there you go. that going here. Now then, let's get some more person from Forge in here. There we go. And we should be ready to put somebody in the cult business for Heart immediately once we get down to the last person. Okay. I mean, so far we're doing pretty decent. We just have a little bit of evidence on us, that's fine. Now for the curse. Our favorite, dang it. Actually, wait. The curse needs lantern or moth. Let's send our lantern. Oh, you're back, are you? Is it just me, or does it feel like things are getting faster? Wait. 3. Oh, there we go. You did upgrade. Okay. Alrighty, I guess we'll go ahead and start translating these other books. Remind me that's there because it's so darn low. And we'll go ahead and give it a coin. We should be fine with that lantern I put in there. I'm just glad this guy's not erratic, or else it would be really bad. Erratic ones are the worst because they can just make things up. Alright, let's go ahead and start having somebody going here. Alright, translated. And translate. There we go. And there we go. Second one done. Very nice. I'm pretty sure that there is a way to get rid of evidence, but I think it's one of those things that if you miss it, you get notoriety as well. Alright, we got a lot to deal with here. Oh, she pulled that immediately. Oh, gold Spintria! I knew they were worth it. Ooh, and it's an 8 of Lantern. Let's see. The temple is as clean as if it were newly swept. No sand has crossed the threshold. No dust settled on the idol's horrible twists. We find things tucked away here and there amid the coils, as if they had been playfully left for us to find, or as if the idols had coiled around them. Huh. I wonder how you're supposed to make these things, because, oh my goodness. This is not a grocery. Wait, some material are worth more than others, but don't expect to get change. Good list. Yeah, bitter atmosphere. A division bell. Level 12 tool of winter. Nice. In memory of gods. We got another book that we want translated, so we'll put that there. Witchworms. Sure. Uh-oh. Darn it, I hate it when they don't do that. I mean, we got another book, so that works. And one more book to translate. Wonderful. And then we gotta cool our jets for a little bit. So we'll try and focus on those books we have, I guess. Or we can work on leveling up our levels here. Because we are so close to finishing the climb, as it were. I do wonder how many dungeons or vaults there are at the top level. See, almost forgot about you. It's so easy to forget about work when you don't need to anymore. Let's see, the Songs of the Carapace Cross. Micah Z, or she, sometimes called the Magus of Quartz, etched this work in acid on stone. It has been reproduced many times since, but the reproductions are often lost to landslides. She describes the rites of the gods who were stone, the first hours, as practiced before the existence of human civilization by the Carapace Cross. He claims a final survivor of the cross shared this information with him. Civilization by the Carapace Cross. Interesting. Interesting title. I'm sure there's nothing to do with that. Two... Well, let's go dipping into the Mansus for a bit. See if we can't find any more powerful lores. The rites are largely obsolete now. Few have been observed in the last 1,000 years at least, to have any effect at all. Nevertheless, she identifies at least one invocation of particular power. He warns that it should be used with caution, lest the gods who are stone might find their way back from nowhere. Ooh, some dread. Ooh, that's a high level of knock. Nice. I like the sound of that. In fact, didn't you need that? Yes, you did. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. We don't need it. We got plenty of knock for what we want. The sevenfold slaying of the seven coiled. I'm getting triggered by the number 7. There are 12 verses in the... Well, actually, read the actual third. An account of the destruction of the primeval hour, a god who was stone. There are 12 verses. In the first, an ascended hour, identified as the Scarred One, I remember that name, enumerates his justification for destroying the seven coiled, its appetites, its growth, the enmity to humanity. In the second, a priestess puts out his eyes and scars his skin to protect him against the seven coiled magics. In each of the next 7 verses, he destroys one aspect of the seven coiled. Is this another version of the Lionsmith versus the Coronel, or the Edge versus something about the Lionsmith because he makes beasts and such? And the seven coiled are clearly dragons or snakes and things. They're worms. Do we dare take a dip into another vault? I think we're fine. We got a few more books to read. Well, I got another book to read. And we still need to upgrade our other land, so we shouldn't be in that much of a rush just yet. Yes! That is a good one to pull. Come on, get back up there. That is a good one to pull. Verified mod, Erudition, and the... Okay, we can make that happen. That was a very strong pull. We are slowly climbing the Lowers of Power. Let's see. In the 10th verse, the Scarred One bathes his priestess patron in the blood of the seven coiled to lend her power. In the 11th, they assault the temple behind the world where the Golden General went, entering it by force. In the 12th, they swear a tripartite oath to protect their ancestors, their descendants, and themselves. I knew it was going to be Edge. I guess the war of Edge versus... It does feel like the Edge and the Forge. I guess it makes sense, because this is creation and this is destruction. They're polar opposites of each other, aren't they? Oh dear God, I just realized how much dread we have. We gotta get rid of this stuff. Oh dear God, we have a lot of dread. You can use dread. Oh shoot, I just realized you can use dread, but you don't have any Erudition. Darn it. You give Erudition if I talk to you. Let's go ahead and get that. Well, I'm glad I learned that lesson. Whew. Oh, the Red Church would have given me another one. Oh well, that's fine. We can level that up. We will be fine. Okay. Oh, reason. Okay. Work. Work it, work. Get a little more contentment here, because we're gonna need it. Oh dear God, we're gonna have a dread time. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. The level of bad this is very bad. Well, we'll leave it there and see what happens, I suppose. Actually, wait. We'll leave that out. We want that to burn up. Because that will burn up in time. They won't go... Okay, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And that'll... Okay, we made the timing work just fine on that. I'm a little sad that we didn't do the thing right, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, wait, we did have air reduction. Ah! I'm a fool. I panicked. I panicked so hard through that. I was like, oh dear God, we have so much dread. And then that gets rid of that. Jeez Louise, I panicked. I panicked way too hard on that. My goodness. Alright, last book of this one. The Barrow Child singles out the Scarred Tribune, the Red Grail, the Forge, and the Moth for a special condemnation as murderers of the first gods. We live in the shadow of their crime, she writes, and we must evade it or repeat it. The Barrow Child, a nameless Gaulish adept who joined an organization identified as the Ordo Lemea, writes regretfully of the destruction of the gods who were stone, the hours who preceded humanity. I'm surprised how many of the same names that keep cropping up, isn't it? Oh, I'm sure you would love to have that, wouldn't you? Let's go ahead and have somebody fix this stuff up, please. And I think before we close things out, we'll level up one of the Vagabond's map. How does that sound? It's fine, Detective. You won't be able to make anything happen to me just yet. Let's see. The Barrow Child describes how the Grail drained the hour called Tide, how the Moth usurped the wheel from within, stealing its skin. Why does that not surprise me? And how the Forge first eclipsed, then shattered Flint. Perhaps these are glories, she observed. But then it cannot be that glory is merciful. I don't know. Wait, what do you mean by that's glory? I don't understand. Okay. I think now might be a good time to start the check for this third area. Let's see. You are the star-shattered fane. Here was a place sacred to the gods of earth until a meteor fell on a winter's night. In time, worshippers crept back to the broken ruins. In time, the meteorite itself came to be worshipped as a bringer of dreams. The old altar may yet remain, somewhere beneath the meteorite's lair. Considering there's a bullet made of meteorite in our inventory, I wonder how this is going to go. Sounds like violence to me. Why not? We'll take Moth in. Actually, no, let's take... I'll take the Forge. Forge has been very good, kind to us today. And from here, what are we going to do? Let's level you up. We got the rarefied mine, we need a reduction, and we got the sanctuary. Good. Let's make it happen, Captain. Alright, what do we got here? We got a door for Lantern and Knock. Desolation for Grail and Forge. We got Forge. Heart or Winter. Oh boy, this is going to be bad. Let's get somebody with Heart, then. Wait, do you have Heart and Winter? No, you have a Edge. It'll be fine. Wait, what did you do? Working under contract. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't give you a thing to do. They can just generate money, apparently. Alright, so from there, we are practical strong and Forge, which we'll go ahead and finish that up then. Nice, nice, nice. What else do we need? So, the Lantern and Knock. Lantern Sleeve could take out that door, so we can put him in as soon as he's needed. Irradiation. Great, let's go ahead and get that level up happening then. It will be fine. It will be fine. There we go. Nothing for you to test on, detective. Go ahead and fix up that mirror widget, my friend. I knew there was a gold spintria, but I didn't know where to get it. But apparently you can just randomly get it. Switching plans to the next challenge. Which is gonna need more heart. Dorothy, if you'd be so kind. Maybe I should have bring one of the other disciples of Lantern in case a certain somebody gets pulled away rudely. Laidlaw, fix. Thank you. We definitely want that lantern or that mirror to stay fixed whenever we can. Okay, then we have speed of door. Well, guess we're gonna be pulling on you a little sooner than I thought. Perfect. We are perfectly set. Doing pretty darn well, I'd say. Take the silver and be gone. Take the HQ, thank you very much, and then we'll use the rarefied mind and we'll be all good. Supplies are low, that's fine. And now we have to deal with the curse. We'll be fine. Okay, perfect job there. Good, good, good. Anything else that we want to have going on here? Strong in heart. Almost certainly secured. Very good, very good. Let's see, what else can we work with here? I'll bet at the time I'm ready to finish things up here, it'll take forever for me to actually get those ambition ones to come up. And then the rarefied mind! We're gonna get the last one! Alrighty then. More devotion. There we go. Completed! Nice. Alrighty. Boom. The past noon anecdote. Wait, only one can exist at a time? I don't believe that, but okay. I guess it is a special color, isn't it? I wonder if that means we can't get it again. Huh. Port Noon is where the long go to enjoy the sea and the sun, to drink from the spring that makes them forgotten, and to stay out of trouble, mostly out of trouble. The stories you can hear in the Hotel Sierravo are golden dewed, quintuple distilled toasts to memory, and served straight up. There we go, okay. What has passed? The meteorite is cold and closed and silent. The sand of centuries lies untouched upon it. But there is, but here in our hands are the treasures we found within. Whoops. The Focus of Amber, a deep mantic tome. Medusa's Lament. Of course, that's a Greek tome. Hey, we got another Withering Mirror, and it's actually a fixed one too. Nice. The manner in which the alchemist was spared. That's fact. And that's it. Not bad. Alrighty then. I'll go ahead and put her to work. We'll use the extra one on that. And we will go ahead and see what happens here. Bum, 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 bum. What is this magical location? I wonder if we actually can make another place once this is spent. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready to upgrade one more of these so that we will have it ready for the next challenge. Yes! Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see. Saint Trento of the Deep Door. A monastery hangs grimly to a cliff edge. It should have fallen into the sea by now, but we have read the monks drowned victims in a deep pool beneath to win the sister and witch's protection from the sea. One more year. One more year. Oh my goodness. We have gotten one of those fabled locations of the final tower. Woo! And what is this? Among the Evening Isles. Well, I think this is a good place to take the pause. I want to thank y'all very much for joining me through this particular run. We got halfway through the tomes, or the vaults in the sandy areas, and now we're beginning our adventures into the Evening Isles. We have so much power. We have enough lore to go to the maximum level of Lantern, so that's awesome. Although I don't know what a paradoxical resolution is, but we are going to make that fine. We have an HQ with the Sanctuary. We're perfectly fine with making that work. We had a bit of a scare from Dread, but we're fine. We got a bunch more books we can work with. Oh, we got a lot we can do here. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next episode. Be sure to live life to the max.